I didn't scream. I didn't demand answers. I didn't even cry. I just stood there, staring at her as she walked out the door with her suitcase and silence, like our years together meant nothing. She didn't apologize, and I didn't ask her to. There was no fight, no dramatic breakdown, just stillness. And maybe that hurt more than if we'd shattered the room with yelling. I remember holding her phone that night, left carelessly on the couch. A message popped up from someone saved as M. I wasn't even snooping. I just looked. Maybe some part of me already knew. The messages were clear. Not a flirtation, not a mistake. A full-blown affair. "Can't wait to see you again," he said. "Wish I met you first," she replied. And that was it. That's the moment something in me died. I handed her the phone. She went pale, and without much of a word, she began packing. I watched her, not because I wanted her to stay, but because I couldn't believe this was how it ended. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't call anyone. I didn't even try to understand. She had made a decision, and I decided to respect it by removing myself. I boxed up her things the next day. Every photo, every perfume bottle, every hoodie she left behind. I didn't burn them, I'm not that guy, but I put them in storage, somewhere I wouldn't trip over the ghost of what we used to be. I filed for divorce a week later, quietly. No Facebook posts, no rage, just documents and silence. I stayed in that empty apartment for a month before I couldn't take it anymore. Moved out, started fresh, new city, new job, new routines. I didn't try to replace her. I tried to rebuild me. I started working construction, oddly enough, fixing up old houses. There was something oddly therapeutic about tearing down crumbling walls and building something strong in its place. Some nights, though, were brutal, not because I missed her, but because I missed who I thought she was. That version of her, the loyal, loving one, was gone. Maybe she never existed. I didn't tell many people what happened. I didn't want to relive it. I just focused on putting one foot in front of the other. Days became weeks. Weeks became months. And then, almost exactly 1 year later, it happened. I had just gotten off work, covered in sweat and sawdust, grocery bag in hand. I walked up to my new apartment, and there she was, sitting on the steps, her hair tied back, dark circles under her eyes, hands nervously clutching a folded letter. I stopped in my tracks. I didn't say her name, just stared. She stood up. Her voice shook. "I've been looking for you," she said. "I made a huge mistake." I didn't respond. She began talking fast, spilling every detail I never asked for. How the guy she left me for disappeared on her, how he ghosted her a few weeks later, how she thought what they had was love. But it wasn't. She said she felt empty, that the silence after he left was louder than anything she expected. And that's when she started crying, right there on the sidewalk, telling me she missed me, missed us, that she had spent the last year realizing I was the one who actually loved her. She said she'd do anything to have another chance, anything to rebuild what she broke. And for a second, I'll admit it, I felt something, not love, but sadness, for the man I used to be, the man who would have taken her back in a heartbeat, the man who would have believed her tears meant change. But I wasn't that man anymore. I looked at her and said, "You didn't just leave me. You left the version of me that believed in you. He doesn't live here anymore." She froze. Her tears fell harder. She handed me the letter. I didn't take it. She asked if we could talk. I said, "There's nothing left to say." She asked if I ever stopped loving her. I said, That's the wrong question. The real question is, why did you stop loving me? She didn't answer, just stood there, crying. I didn't comfort her. That wasn't my job anymore. I opened my door, stepped inside, and closed it behind me. I leaned against it for a long moment, feeling the weight of everything I'd carried for a year finally shift. Not because she came back, but because I didn't need her to. She left in silence, just like I did a year ago. And that's the thing. People say they come back when they realize your worth. But what they don't say is that by the time they come back, you've already learned to live without them. And that lesson, that peace, that's the real closure.